Be the Change Live. Uh, we have 5 organizations that we're hoping to introduce today and to get you involved in some volunteering. To start us off, oh, there's some more people. I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Emily Skilton, and I'm the Development Officer for Volunteering in Perth and Kinross in the TSI. So the TSI looks after all of those community organizations and charities and tries to help them be a better version of themselves. Also in the call today, you'll see my colleague Morna and Alistair Cameron is there somewhere as well, and they might be helping with some of the admin-y stuff if I need it. So the way this is going to work is we're going to start with the walled garden and Wisecraft. They're going to talk and present for a few minutes. If you could hold your questions for the end, and then we'll have time to answer them at the end of the presentations. And we can speak to people individually, or we can go into breakout rooms. Let me just see. Janice, you haven't sent me your presentation, have you? You're just going to share it yourself? Yep, that's perfect.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I don't know what's going to happen. I think the screens are going to flip and it's going to confuse me, but we'll deal with it.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. All right. Okay, are you ready then?
As I'll ever be.
All right. Well, this is Janice, and she's going to talk to you about the walled garden and Wisecraft. Enjoy.
Okay. Right, let's see what happens when we do this. Let me know what you can see, if anything.
Some beautiful pictures of the garden.
Ah, amazing. Okay. I'm just going to do it this way, I think. Because, let's see, because I think when I try to do it as a slideshow, it's moving it and then it will upset me with the camera because I want to look as well here. Okay, so I'm Janice Patterson. I am one of 2 senior managers of the Walled Garden and Wisecraft, and we are part of PCAVS as well. We are the Mental Health and Wellbeing Service. I look after all the volunteers. I'm actually in a maternity post just now, so I've kind of taken my volunteering manager role into this role. But yeah, normally it would be part of my recovery and development officer role. So we offer opportunities at the Walled Garden and Wisecraft to people who are experiencing a variety of mental health difficulties, not necessarily diagnosed. And how we do that is, well, at the Walled Garden, as you can see from the beautiful photos there, that's our wonderful garden in Perth, which is situated in the grounds of Murray Royal Hospital. So yeah, volunteers can come along and support our staff in the garden to deliver the garden activity to our clients. All the activities that we offer that I'll tell you about, it can vary really. I think the garden space offers probably, more flexibility because we know that volunteers all want to get something different out of their experience. So, I guess at one end of the scale, there's opportunity in the garden space just to purely be taking part in the garden activity, helping maintain the grounds, and then right up to, getting involved, maybe if someone has more interest in the mental health side of things. So there's opportunity there to really get involved with our clients, build some lovely, meaningful relationships, be a listening ear, but also leaning on the staff as well. There's no kind of responsibility for our volunteers to be dealing with any situations that they might feel that is beyond their skills. So yeah, staff are always on hand for any emotional and mental health support to the clients. I'm not very good at gardening, so I probably won't be able to answer many questions if you have anything about gardening specifically, but it's all year round. We close for a couple of weeks at Christmas and New Year, but yeah, there's always jobs to be done right through all the seasons in the garden, sometimes larger projects as well happening alongside the general day-to-day upkeep, because we are open to the public, so people are welcome to come in and experience the garden for themselves. What else do we offer? There's some more of the guys doing gardening. Might be worth mentioning at this point as well. Alongside supporting people's mental health, we might also have clients who have learning difficulties or disabilities also. So there's quite a broad category of individual that we support. Lots of different needs, and some of our clients come with their own support as well. We're a small team, so sometimes we can offer maybe one-to-one support that somebody might need. So they're welcome to bring someone along as well. We don't have a big garden at Wisecraft, unfortunately, but people, as long as they're within Perth and Kinross, our clients can access either of our services in each location. Wisecraft is based in Blairgowrie, that's where I am today. In both locations, we offer a series of workshops, our creative wellbeing workshops. So these workshops are based around arts and crafts, creative writing, music and performance. Some people can be put off by the music and performance, and they might think it's very much all about, singing, jazz hands. It's absolutely not. It's about building confidence in groups. As you can imagine, in comparison to being in the garden, that being in our creative studios, it can maybe feel quite intense for people. Our volunteers are really important here, because it can feel overwhelming for somebody coming into that environment, into a close group setting. So volunteers in this area will be really helpful in, almost like buddying up with someone. If it's a busy session, it's maybe about people just being able to have that one-to-one support, all different levels of ability and understanding as well. So, the one staff member, again, maybe isn't able to provide focus time to somebody. So our volunteers are there to kind of pick that up a little bit as well. We've done, when I say we have, it's not all singing and dancing and jazz hands. We have done panto in the past a couple of times. Thankfully, that's COVID put paid to that, because the staff had to get involved as well. But yeah, we put on exhibitions, making films. They're always kind of working towards some kind of end product to showcase what they've been working on. And I guess all those workshops as well, they kind of intertwine in each other. So if you think about creative writing, they might actually be writing about a piece of music that they're listening to. Music could involve going out into the garden and listening and recording sounds within the garden. The performance is very much around, expressing ourselves, use of body. So there might be a little bit of movement involved, but essentially it's providing some fun kind of activities just purely around building confidence, self-esteem, helping people to kind of have a voice in a group, feel confident in group settings. What else are we doing? Let me have a wee look. Oh yeah, creative guys, they have a great time as well. They go out and about all the time on trips. We kind of run on a 4-week block. Week 5 tends to be a free week, and if we can get involved out and about in the community, then the two staff that run that area, they'll take people out. So we've gone to art exhibitions, like what's the thing called when you've been at university doing art? They kind of showcase all your work. We've went and done that with the different unis. We offer a range of healthy lifestyle activities. At the moment, we're running health walks weekly and we're doing cooking groups as well. The healthy lifestyles, I suppose, it runs throughout all the activities. You know, if you're thinking about the garden and thinking about just being with people in terms of your health and your lifestyle and the benefits that can bring. So the healthy lifestyle worker kind of gets involved in as many areas as possible, but they have their own specific activities in the week, as I say, in the forms of a walk and the cooking groups. So we have volunteers that help with the walking groups. Again, that's very much about just having an extra pair of ears. You know, it's really nice going on a walk and just talking. We find that a lot of our clients really benefit from that type of support because it's less intense than sitting, you know, face to face talking. So walking alongside each other, chatting, is really helpful for a lot of people. And if we've got our volunteers in that space as well, it just offers an extra level of support. Some of our lovely wares. We've got a cafe at the Wall Garden. Unfortunately, it's closed at the moment, but we are seeking funding to get that reopened, and it will hopefully be open to the public again. There's been some changes over the years, just since coming out of COVID, but we recognise that it's a real kind of hub of the immediate community, and we want to get that opened up again as soon as possible and offer almost, you know, some kind of real life employability skills to people, to our clients as well as volunteers. So yeah, these are probably older photos from when the cafe was open. We're still doing our jams and our chutneys though, if anybody fancies that. In Blairgowrie, we have a wonderful joinery workshop. So that's a little sneaky peek inside the workshop. Dave and the gang will build anything if it can be made out of wood. We have done a variety. It could be for kind of domestic, but also we've worked with schools and youth groups and bowling clubs, customising items. That's a picture of a thing that was for a staff member who has indoor cats but likes for them to be outdoors. So she commissioned Dave, our activity worker, and our clients to build that kind of cat run for them so they could be outside. We try not to say we make to order because we don't want to put pressure on people. So it's more commission pieces with a very loose time frame as well. So volunteering in this area, I guess it's quite from a health and safety point of view, it's really good to have volunteers in there as extra eyes. But it's similar to the other activities, just working alongside the clients, making sure people have a good understanding of what's needing done, just supporting those that need it. Lots of cups of tea happen in this activity. Lots of cups of tea and banter. Yeah, shall we say?
Awesome,
Am I running out of time?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
Is there anything you want to say last minute before we head off?
In the last minute, I think I've told you everything about the activities anyway. In the last minute, I want to say that you don't have to be skilled in any of these activities. If you have an interest, then that's wonderful. As long as you like people, that's enough for us.
Perfect.
It's an opportunity for you to learn as well.
And how do people find out more or contact you?
Contact me. and maybe Emily, you can share the details.
Yeah, it's all on Be the Change anyway.
And it's on Be the Change as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you, Janice, and from the Wall Garden and Wisecraft. So, does anybody have any immediate questions that before we move on to the next person? No, perfect. So, who is next on my list? I think, do we have John from Care Sound Radio here? Not sure he's here. Haven't seen him. Let's see who is. Okay, so Voluntary Tutors Organization, are you ready to go?
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
I'll share the screen. Just let me know when you can see it.
Yep, I can see your screen. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for organizing this. We're very happy to be here. My name is Sana and I'm the Volunteer Engagement and Training Coordinator at VTO. Basically, VTO is a charity that has been operating for 50 years now. We're based in Glasgow, but we offer our services in Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Perth. What we do is basically we offer free tutor support to children who need it most. They are usually children who are falling behind from the rest of their peers. They come from usually like socioeconomic backgrounds who are sometimes struggling, so they need the extra help in their schools. What we do is we pair them with volunteer tutors whom we also train and we recruit. And basically their job is to meet with them 1 hour a week, help them with their homework, with their studies. We have seen great results over the years. Children are usually very happy with their tutors. They help them build their confidence, increase their motivation to learn again, and also their academic results based on the feedback we get from their teachers is usually improved. Just a quick recap of the past year. We were offering the service to 247 students across Scotland. We had recruited and trained 243 volunteers who ended up active and offering the support to students. And we were also running 27 learning hubs across the 3 areas I mentioned. I'm going to explain in a few seconds what learning hubs are. In terms of volunteering opportunities that we have, we offer a range of opportunities, and we are always very keen on providing volunteers with things that they are comfortable with, and this is why we are very flexible with how we offer the service. Some volunteers might be more comfortable in working one-to-one with a child. So basically, we pair them up with a child. Either they go to their home once a week, or they can choose to meet with them in a community center or in an appropriate setting otherwise. This kind of opportunity can be offered either face-to-face or online. This is something volunteers can decide as their preference. And usually we also ask you what age group you're most comfortable working with. Even with the subject, you are free to decide if, for example, you are more comfortable offering the support in English or maths or both. And in addition to the level, as I mentioned, Quests is another program that we offer, and this is more specialized. And usually this is when students in high school come forward asking for support with their national qualifications. And usually volunteer tutors who volunteer to do this opportunity are usually either specialized in a certain subject matter. They're more comfortable working with secondary children and young people. This one is also online or face-to-face, and this is something you decide later on when you get matched with the child. The third type of opportunity is learning hubs. The learning hubs are basically spaces that we facilitate in primary schools or community centres across Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Perth. Right now in Perth, we are running 2 learning hubs. One of them is in Leitham Primary School, and the other one is in Riverside Primary School. And right now we need around 1 or 2 extra volunteers for the learning hub. So if anyone is interested in something like a face-to-face opportunity that happens once a week, please feel free to reach out and to apply. In terms of the benefits for volunteers, we do provide a home learning pack, and this usually includes resources that you can use to get to know what we expect out of the tutoring experience for you to manage your expectations as well. And just to note that usually we take volunteers from diverse backgrounds, so you don't really have to have experience providing educational support. You just have to have the drive and the motivation to be there for a young child, because what we try to do is give them a personalized experience, something that they don't usually get in mainstream education. So as a volunteer tutor, you would be offering them the support that they need. We do provide teaching and learning resources. So for example, if you need material, books, educational games, online resources, anything like that, we do offer that as part of the experience. You would be supporting a child and a young person in Scotland and helping with the attainment gap. Many of our volunteers also benefit from having this as a work experience for their CV, and many of them reported that they were able to find jobs because of volunteering with VTO as teaching assistants or stuff like that. We also offer reference letters if someone is in need of that. In addition to that, throughout your volunteer experience, you would be in contact with a VTO member of staff, which is a learning communities coordinator. And this person would be your go-to person for any kind of support you might need later on when you start tutoring. So if anyone is interested in a shorter term opportunity, usually when volunteers apply, we expect them to stay for a minimum of 6 months. But we do have a short-term opportunity coming up in our learning hubs. This is going to be running from April until June for 8 weeks almost. And basically, we would be needing volunteers to go to Leitham Primary School and Riverside Primary School. As you can see on the slide, Leitham Primary School will be running on Wednesdays from 3:30 till 4:30. And Riverside will be running every Tuesday from 3:30 till 4:30. The deadline to apply to this is February 16th. So if you have any question about that, I'll be happy to answer as well. To apply, you can go to our website, which is over here, and there's a place where you can register. And as a tutor, you just fill out an application. You list which type of opportunity you are interested in, and then we process your application accordingly. You would be invited for an interview in the beginning. We would be submitting a PVG check on your behalf, since you would be working with children and young people. And then you would be invited to attend a training. After all these steps are finished, you would be paired with a pupil and you can start tutoring. If you have any question about this, please feel free to either ask right now during this meeting, or you can also send an email to the contact details listed here. I can share them with you, with Emily later, and she can share them with you if that's fine. So that's it from my end.
Thank you so much, Sana. That was great. Also, the Voluntary Tutors Organisation are on Be the Change if you need their contact details, or you can message Sana directly through that. Thank you very much for sharing that. Does anybody have any questions just before we move on? No, perfect. Sana, yeah, okay, perfect. You've stopped sharing. So next on my list, I have the Duke of Edinburgh for Perth and Kinross. So is it Alex that's going to speak to us today, or is it who is speaking to us today?
Hi, I'll start and Alex is going to pick up halfway through.
Okay, perfect.
She's got our slides, I think.
Lovely. Whenever you're ready. Do you want to maybe introduce yourself first while we're waiting for slides?
Sure. So I'm Erica. I'm the operations manager at the Duke of Edinburgh's Award Perth and Kinross Association, and Alex is our youth services manager. I just joined the organisation in October, and I'm responsible for the sort of day-to-day running of the charity. We're a small charity based just on the outskirts of Perth. We've been going for about 30 years in different guises, but a couple of years ago we registered to become a SCIO, and our focus has changed quite a bit over the last few years, where our remit is kind of focused on particularly supporting young people with additional support needs to complete their Duke of Edinburgh's award. And within the framework that we've created, they're actually able to achieve complete wider achievement awards as well. Thanks, Alex. Do you want to?
Is that all? Is it all up and showing?
I can see it. Yep.
That's great. Thank you.
Can you flick to the next slide, please? Thank you. So I'm just going to chat a bit about the organisation, then Alex is going to take you through some of our sort of key volunteering opportunities that we have. We're a really small charity. We have a very small team of staff who do quite a wide range of tasks, have quite a wide range of responsibilities. So volunteers are really key to make what we do a success. So Alex will talk through some of that. But as I was saying, so we work predominantly with young people from about age 5 to 25 years. We offer the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme. We aren't part of the Duke of Edinburgh Scotland. We're an association of them, so we're kind of a separate charity. We run our own framework, but in order to allow the young people to achieve Duke of Edinburgh's award. So there's a number of different skills and physical activities and expedition skills and volunteering opportunities that we put our young people through in order to complete their award. We've developed something called the Starfish Way, which is a 25-week program that's been sort of developed and adapted especially to help people who might have additional support needs or need more in terms of support to allow them to actually achieve the award. So through that program, we have school groups who come for weekly sessions. We also work with open groups. So that's often young people who've come after school. We do walking, paddle sports, paddle boarding. We can do canoeing, horse riding. For our skills, we do things like bushcraft, archery, indoor climbing. There's a whole host of sort of physical and skill activities that we can do. For volunteering, we do things like litter picking. We use an amazing location outside of Perth, which is a walled garden that we use at Megginge Castle, and we actually have a sort of growing project there, which is predominantly run by volunteers, but something that we get young people involved in as well. So then, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh Award, we also, through our Starfish Way programme, are able to put the young people through various other awards as well. So the Saltire Award is for volunteering. Heritage Hero is obviously learning about the history of a place or an area. Paddle Star National Navigation Award Scheme. So a lot of the skills that they learn in preparation for their expeditions can help them to achieve the National Navigation Award Scheme as well. The Reviver in CPR, and then the Junior Award Scheme for schools is actually a similar framework to the Duke of Edinburgh, but it's for younger people as well. So just since last year, we've been able to offer something out to younger people as well. If you want to skip to the next slide, please, Alex. So yeah, so I talked about this framework that we use to offer to young people with additional needs. But some of the benefits of young people coming and going through our program are that we're able to help them to develop confidence and resilience, and support them to develop a really good range of soft skills, including communication, teamwork, and problem solving. Offering support with employability and like college applications, this kind of thing. Like, although our program is built around the Duke of Edinburgh framework, we do try and build other elements into the program, including employability skills, independent living skills, and also a focus on mental health and well-being. So there's quite a number of different things that we try and bring into it that benefits the young person in quite a whole host of different ways, helping sort of build their confidence, and giving them sort of life skills that they can take away and that's kind of with them forever. It can help them to build really positive and trusting relationships with their peers that they get to know within the group, but also with their those trusted adults as well. It gives them a real sense of achievement and purpose. And often the sort of feedback we get from them is they wouldn't have thought they could have done something like that until they've come and had the opportunity to do it. So it's really quite a great opportunity for a lot of them. Some of the young people that come through, particularly from school groups, are people who might be on part-time timetables at school. They might only be doing a small number of subjects, and something like this just gives them the sort of that boost, and even just something to put on their CV that they maybe wouldn't have got otherwise, which is just a fantastic start for them. I think I'm going to hand over to Alex now, who's going to talk a little bit more about how volunteers really help to make what we do happen. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Erica. Hi, everyone. Thank you for letting us showcase the organisation today. As Erica said, we're a really small organisation. So obviously we're always actively looking for volunteers. So, you know, why volunteer with us? We're in a really privileged position that we get to support the young people throughout Perth and Kinross. We make a difference in their lives. We get the opportunity to watch them grow and develop, which is brilliant. No day is the same. I'm sure that's a lot in all of your organisations. We're obviously very privileged to get to work with them in the outdoors as well. So we've got a beautiful countryside, so we can see them grow and develop in the countryside. We do also do indoor activities as well. So we'll offer crafting, cooking, social skills, employability skills as well. If you were to come and volunteer with us, we would offer you an induction. We would also give you a buddying system, and we would hopefully support your own work and professional development as well. We also have the DAV cards, which gives you a little discount in the several outdoor outlets. It's Go Outdoor, Blacks, Millets, Ultimate Outdoors, and Tizos. So you get the discount card as well. There's some pictures of some of our lovely young people doing various activities. We have a number of volunteering positions. For today, we're just going to discuss two of them. But this slide just shows you a range of volunteering positions that we've got within the association. And those are some of our lovely volunteer gardeners who are a great support. So I'm going to talk about the activities assistants. It's activity assistants, expedition assistants. So this is face-to-face contact with the young people. What we try and do is we assign you to a group, so you get to know that group, and you can support the young people in a range of activities. So it could be cycling, bushcraft, canoeing, cooking. We run our programs term time, but again, we understand that people lead very busy lives, so there wouldn't be an expectation for you to commit to weekly sessions. It's just to give volunteers the opportunity to get to know those young people. We would also offer you the opportunity, if you were keen to go out on expedition, we could offer you training, and you could come out during the expedition either for the duration, or you could come out and do day walks with the young people. And that's the expedition assistance as well. We always look for sort of people that maybe want to do one-off sessions as well. That's always great. We recently acquired a minibus towards the end of last year, and the minibus will enable us to take young people out and about. and also to their expeditions as well. So we are actively looking for volunteer minibus drivers. Again, we would provide the training, and it would be as flexible as you could make it if you wanted to come in and offer your services as a volunteer minibus driver. This slide's just a little bit of feedback from some of our current volunteers and what they say and the benefits of supporting us and our young people. So just to reinforce, we're a very small charity. Volunteer support is invaluable. We welcome volunteers over 16. We're really inclusive of any needs. We offer an induction, I think, as I said before, in the buddy system. Time's really precious, so we would try to obviously be as flexible as possible if you were willing to volunteer with us. If you are interested, there's my contact details. I think we're on the Be the Change as well, Emily. Yeah, please drop me an email if you'd want to speak about any of the positions that we've got available. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Erica and Alex. That was really, really interesting. Does anybody have any immediate questions that jump out to them? No? Okay. Do we have Roxanne here today from Trauma Healing Together? No. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So we have a couple of no-shows. So what I'm going to do now, because we don't have as many people as we could have had, I'm going to say add any questions into the chat, and then I can ask them to the different presenters. Does anybody want to do that? Just add a little question into the chat and I can ask either Janice, Sana, or Alex and Erica. Oh, it's very quiet. Okay. So if you look in the chat just now, there's a link to Menti. And if you want to do that, you can answer a couple of questions in there. Can everybody see the link? Yeah, I'm hoping that it's still there even if you joined after. I'll add it again, just in case. So paste this. She should be able to open that and do a little vote or a little survey just now, and then I'm going to share it in a second. It's doing something. It's being very slow, but it's doing something. Oh, somebody likes olives on their pizza. That's an interesting one. It's not something I'd put on a pizza, but no judgments. Anybody else add into that one? That was just to make sure it worked. So the next one is, what are we hoping to get out of this session? And the last one is, did Be the Change Live meet your expectations? So nobody has answered yet. If there's any issues with accessing it, please let me know. And we'll have a look in a second. I don't have any messages saying that anybody has any problems. Oh, okay. Oh, we have some pineapple lovers. That's very exciting. Pepperoni, artichokes, mushroom, goat's cheese, spicy chicken. Those are interesting. Just goes to show. It's not what you always expect. I was expecting a lot more pepperoni and a lot more just cheese as well. Right. So what are you hoping to get out of this session? Focus, leader, creative, fast, inspiration, bold, and transformation. Okay, that's fabulous. And oh, the last one, which makes you a little bit nervous. Did Be the Change Live meet your expectations? Agree or disagree? Has anybody actually answered that? It's not coming up for me. Few results. Not doing what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing there. Are you sure nobody has questions before we go? If you have any questions, you can email me. You can contact any of these lovely people through Be the Change or through the contact details that they have shared. This has been recorded and will be shared to anybody who wasn't able to make it to the live session today. And we might also be able to put it up onto Be the Change itself. So thank you very much for to our lovely presenters. Is there anything you'd like to add before we head off? Oh, thank you, Morna. Thanks, Alistair. Thanks, Janice. Janice just added her contact details there in the chat. I'm going to stop recording now.